Hey, how you guys doing? This is David again from Advanced Basics Training. I'm here with my boy Adrian today, and I put out a challenge for him. We have a new progression coming out for the crossover, but we wanted to do something different. So he doesn't know what the drills are, but we're gonna ask him how can you improve core, speed, and quickness on your crossover, and what drills would he have for that?
Hi, I'm going to show you how to do 3 crossovers, different ones. First, I'm going to show you how to do the step back crossover. The defender has to be arm length away from you. First, you're going to take one step back, and then you're going to cross the ball over. Once he has that foot on the way up to putting it down on the floor, that's when you cross over. Watch this. Step, cross. Go straight to the basket. That's a step back crossover.
The idea of this crossover is to create separation, to pull your defender up, and then to cross the ball over. So I'll do for you in slow motion. So I'm here, I step back, then I cross over. Just an important note on this front foot has to go across their top foot, right? So I'm here, I step back, and I cross over.
So looking at this, the loading is the major piece of this. He's stepping back to produce power and then crossing it from there. So the most important part of that, there's chains of the body that run cross body, and that's the one he's got to work with, and you need to make him efficient on both ways. He may have a stronger hand, but the point is that he needs to be able to do that the opposite way. So show it the opposite hand.
Oh, that's not as strong. So step back, cross over.
And he said it, he just said it. He said, it's not as strong. So the point is you want to remove all that, weakness on that side instead of always just, using that step back and always the same foot going backwards. So, exercise variation-wise, I think, talking about it, I think the way to go is a 45-degree instep lunge, which I'm going to show him, then I'm going to have him show actually with the ball, palms, because I think that's the real way to practice this. So a 45-degree instep lunge, you have to understand that I'm trying to load, okay? So if the ball's in my right hand, I'm trying to load and then cross. So if you can see what's going on there, I'm essentially 45-degree laterally lunging or reverse lunging. The other part about that is when I get here in slow-mo, I would be loading to change direction. So there's a couple things in there. The big thing I want to talk about is if you're going to take a sport-specific movement and turn it into a sport-specific drill or exercise that you're going to do, don't only practice within the range of motion that you'd be normally doing it. Increase your range of motion. Increase the load, increase the speed, decrease the speed, play with all of the variables, and we can write out the variables in the description. That's a big thing. So he could take a 4-pound medicine ball, he could take a 10-pound medicine ball, that would be changing the load, okay? He could wear a weight vest, that would be changing his load. You could change the speed at which I do it. I might take this really slow and carve it out, right? I might take it slow and carve it out. I may do it super fast to see how reactive I can be. So if I ask him to do that, same drill on his strong side, and I tell him speed up, speed up, speed up, speed up, that's not going to be a problem. You'd probably just get more efficient at it. If I told him to do that on his weaker side, it's going to get sloppy when I increase a certain speed. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. So a 45-degree instep lunge, okay? Works all the hips, good loading exercise. The main thing is that I need to pay attention to my lower back posture. I'm going to show it from the side and from the front. So 45 degrees would be this direction. I'm going to be reaching for my instep, hence the name. So I'm going to instep with my foot, and I'm up. And instep up, I increase the speed. Okay, let me show it from the side. Watch my lower back. Okay? Major thing is that when I get down there, I'm upright, because I need to be traveling the direction. I need to be upright to be able to travel. Okay? You want to make that a little more advanced, alternate your legs instead of staying on that same leg. So, he may have to do that drill with his strong side and then immediately have to do it again with his weak side. So this is the alternating of the legs. Right, now watch. I can feel that I have a slowness on the other side. Okay. So choosing a core exercise, I want him to show this again. I've got to look at what's going on with the ball and producing power with his body. So he's going to show it again.
So step back, cross.
Okay. So if I look at that, like I said, there's the loading factor. If I have to look at where power is traveling through, he has to produce a lot of power from the shoulder to shoot into the cross, and it happens slightly before that foot. So my point is that most of his core power is coming from the side of the ball and mostly through the shoulder. So again, it doesn't have to look like the movement to make it work. What it needs to do is move the same muscles or produce the same power in relatively the same motion. Okay, so here's the exercise I want to do. You can do a push-up, put one hand on the medicine ball and do a lock-off. Okay, so I'm producing power to transfer through one side of my body. So here's what it looks like. Feet somewhat wide, my hips are flat.
Now I got a question for this.
Yeah.
Do you want to go down slowly and then shoot up fast? Or do you, once again, it's okay to play with the pace of it?
Play, and he's got it right. Play with the pace. At first, always, he needs to load slow, just like on this reversal jump with load slow, because what's going to happen if I load too quick, I might lose my knee, I might twist my hips, I might drop my chest. I need to carve it out slowly, and then I can work on the speed of getting down, okay, on the reversal.
Yeah.
So same with a push-up. I actually like to do these a little plyometrically, where I might be but I wouldn't start there, I would start slow. Now, that's my right hand, that's easy. I can feel the instability of my left shoulder because it's just not my strong side. So if I had to produce power in that crossover from my left side, it's just not going to be as strong. So I need to work on that stability as much as the power, because when I'm up here and I go to step cross, I'm still going to have that same problem of needing stability or being in the right place in my shoulder to produce that power through the shoulder and through the core. So that would be my core exercise. So I'm going to get him to try that on both of these drills. So I want him as a pond to show up. First, just the regular reverse lunge, my feet are going to be together.
Yeah.
How quick can you get to the ground?
Palm, that's tough. That's tough with palming the ball.
So see how he's playing with where the angle is best. Okay, try the other leg.
This one will have to be slow.
Come over there. Yeah. And then he works on speed, both with the palm and with that lunge, to build it up, because that's the tough part. Okay, now to make it really challenging, I want him to alternate the ball. So he's got to get down, palm the other side, down, palm the other side. This is the most advanced version you'd be able to do. Keep it the same speed. Perfect. Perfect. So, okay, that's the most advanced version. It got better as he went, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Repetitions.
So I want him to show that one arm lock off. So push up to one arm lock off. He's going to slap his other shoulder. He's going to slap the shoulder with a ball. Now, one thing I would change is, where would you put your hands for a push-up? So show me just a regular push-up. Where would you put your hands? That's exactly where the ball should go. It shouldn't change position. He wanted to put it out wide to the side, which doesn't, he's outside his body. So I want you to get the hand right on top. The hand position doesn't change. Your chest is still going to end up here. So when he transfers into this arm, he's slightly having to come to his right side or move his body cross-body, which is what that throw is. Okay, now try the other one.
After 500 push-ups,
Yeah. Feet are wide, that ball's under the shoulder. He's going to cross the body instead of the ball, which will get you stronger at it. Good. Okay. So that'd be the core exercise. Now what I want him to do is try that step back crossover at a faster speed and see if it actually improved the feeling of it. Woo! And try it again. Try the other side.
I'm gonna say you feel the explosiveness out of the arm, right? So you feel the step is light, which is what you want, and the explosiveness all comes from your arm. And then the other arm.
So can you see how when he goes to step back, the change of direction and the power he's able to produce through that arm to cross and step is there. So that's that one arm push up, and that's that cross body reach. Thanks, give it a try.